Hi, welcome to How We Homeschool. Today I'm going to go over what we do for language arts, how you too can save money on curriculum, and how to be content with the curriculum you have, and what it is we use from kindergarten through 12th grade. So let's go. So in the beginning, I use a few different workbooks. Now, they are very cheap, so if this is something that you want to use, I usually don't spend more than $10 for a workbook, except for this one. I think this was $20. So I use this with all my children. I teach them how to read with the reading lesson, Teach Your Child to Read in 20 Easy Lessons. And if you want to flip through of this curriculum, just let me know and I'll go through it. But today we're just going to do what it is I use. Alongside the reading lesson, I'll use get ready, get set, and go for the code A, B, and C, which he's already done, and then we'll do explode the code 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and usually by 3 they're pretty good. And all these workbooks are about $7, I think. This is Adventures in Phonics level A, and then level B. So these are the only workbooks I use in the very beginning of homeschooling a kindergarten or first grader, because it's already frustrating to learn the English language to begin with. I don't want to complicate it more by telling them they can't work inside of the workbook and get their own sheet of paper. We start that a little later. So let's go to the bookshelf, and this is what I use. So from kindergarten through 12, all you need is non-consumable curriculum, and you will be able to reuse it over and over and over again. Your shelf does not have to look exactly like mine. You can invest in your own non-consumable curriculum for your child. Also, I have these books that I found at a homeschool co-op book sale for the additional reading phonics practice. Found these a long time ago, and I just keep them for each child. So these are the I Can Read CVC word books for practice. There's 11 of those. Then after those books comes the Abeka readers, all the Abeka readers. So we work through our way through these, and at the same time we also work our way through, I believe these are from Sunlight, yes, Sunlight, and they're basically the same thing, just readers, more and more practice in reading. So in the beginning, with about kindergarten or first grade, I will use this Write One book. This is a public school book, but it's really good at just teaching a child to learning about writing. Now I should say that we do a lot of copywork from the Bible and from other poetry and from other books. Then we'll move on to the primary language lessons. Then we'll do generally this one. These are not the exact grades that I use them for. We'll just do each book in step. So as each child progresses, I really like this book. It was a public school book in the 1940s, I believe. I like the older school books because if you'll notice when you go through the older school books, they tend to be a lot more gentle, kind of in the format of Charlotte Mason. Then we'll move on to this one. This book here is definitely a 2-year book. Part 1 is 1 year and part 2 is another year. This one. Then we'll move on to, I'll do probably, all along we'll be doing Spelling Power. That's a K through 8 curriculum. Past 8th grade you don't really need to do spelling. They should already have a good grasp on that. We'll also spend a year or 2 doing Story Starters. It's a Charlotte Mason approach to writing. My children really enjoyed that curriculum and we'll be using it again. Then in the later high school years, we will work through the Life of Fred books. A, B, C, and D. And we'll do this for a couple of years. So maybe 11th and 12th, or 10th and 11th grade, or however it is that they end up doing it. All my children in high school will read this book, and then through the lower elementary years we will read this Grammarland a couple of times. And then we really like this book right here, I Before E. And it's really the old things that we used to memorize when we were younger. Let me see if I can find something. So here's the table of contents. So for example, what is a conjunction? Conjunctions are words used to join two independent clauses, but we memorize conjunctions with the acronym FAN boys: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So it's those types of things that are in this book that are so helpful, because I don't actually know all of those. I don't remember them from childhood. And this book has a really good mix of those things. So that's pretty much it. Except for I do have one other thing. My daughter wanted me to purchase those new fun schooling books for her English this year, so I did do that. And she also wanted a different writing curriculum than the story starters, because we already did that for a couple years with her. So I did go ahead and purchase these for her, the top 30 grammar mistakes. I probably won't purchase them again for my son. All About Homophones was a really good book. I found that used. And then I bought this book. These are all about $12 or $13, I think. Secrets of Storytelling, Creative Writing, and then just a general spectrum writing, grade 8, because she's in the 8th grade. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that this was encouraging to you to help you stock your bookshelves with non-consumable material for your homeschool, so you don't have to continue to chase the homeschool Joneses. And stay tuned. I'll bring you along for what's on my science shelf and what's on my history shelf. Okay, bye.